Hey, it's Derek Hagan. I'm a financial psychology expert specializing in meaning in life and mindfulness. Here with another Meaningful Money memo, where we're going to talk about aligning your life and your values. When you first start thinking about your life and your values, it's helpful to have a guide. How can we think about this? And there's two components to this. There's your life, and then there's your values. And when you talk about your life, I'm talking about your actions, your behaviors, what you're doing. And so when we take these two things together, values and behavior, we can come up with a grid. Now, the horizontal axis here is going to be your values. Pick a value, family or independence or duty. Where would this fall for you? How important is this value? And then on the horizontal axis, we can track how much you're doing it or not. And then you got 4 quadrants. And in the upper right quadrant, these are the things that you're doing that are important. And another good quadrant to be in is the lower left, where you're not wasting your time on things that don't matter. Now, up in the upper left, those are things that are important to you that you're not doing. And over on the right, this is when you're wasting your time on things that aren't important to you. So this is the framework that we're going to view aligning our life with our values. How can we get ourselves into these blue quadrants and away from the red quadrants? Now, to start, it's helpful to hold up a mirror to yourself. So for this, figure out where you are. And when you figure out where you are, think about each value that you're going to think about as a different color. And then use squares or something, some shape to represent where you are. So this blue value, this is, in this case, the most important value on the up and down axis. And you can see it's right of center, so this person is kind of doing it. The next important value here is the green one. Pretty important, but they're completely avoiding it. They're not doing it at all. And then the lowest value here is red, because it's below the line, but it's way over on the right, which means they're doing it. They don't value, but they're spending their time, money, and energy on it. And it's helpful to be honest with yourself. Just like a mirror doesn't care what I look like, and it's sometimes awkward for me to see, I can't do anything if I don't know what I look like. Okay, so the next step after you know what you are is to think about it. Does this show you anything? Is there any insight here? And then once you get the insight from where you are, you can try to figure out, well, what's my ideal state? Where do I want to be? And use the same colors for the same values, but maybe use a different shape to indicate where you want to be, kind of your target. And so in this case, these blue and green ones, they moved to the right because we want to do more of them. So that important blue one, I want to be doing that a lot more. And maybe it's even a little more important than I thought. That green one, I wasn't doing it at all, and now I really want to start prioritizing it. Now this red one, we have some decisions to make here. This red one is something that's not important to me, but I'm doing it. So I can either admit to myself that this is actually more important than I'm saying it is, or I have to say, I got to stop doing this thing. But this defines where you want to be. Okay, where is it that what's your ideal future? And any insights, what do you see from that? Okay, and then you can draw lines between them. Connect the dots, so to speak. And this is going from triangle to circle. From square to circle. So in both of these cases, we're going from left to right because they represent something that we want to do more of. And we can see some of these lines are longer than others. So what does that tell us? What does a long line represent? What does a horizontal line represent? Horizontal line is the doing axis, so I want to be doing more of these. Now remember, with this red, we had a couple of options. We had to either say, look, this isn't important to me, so I need to stop doing it. So this horizontal line is going the other way, because remember, it goes from square to circle, so we want to be doing less of it. Or I might say, I'm going to keep doing this. I just have to admit that it's more important than I originally thought it was. That's okay too. But what do these lines represent? These represent something different between where you are and where you want to be. So now you can start to think of, how can I close these gaps? How can I get these lines as short as possible so that you can live a more meaningful life. You get one life. Live intentionally.